Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Or good day, or good night.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, we see that there's people there that are going to sleep. Annie, good night if you're already gone. Hola tout le monde. Bonjour, everyone. How are you all? Hey. Is live still on hold? Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Oh, that's Pepe. Hey, Pepe. Hey, Lori. Hi, guys. Hola, Antonio. How are you all doing? Oh my goodness. Do you hear us loud and clear? Is it all good? We have a good connection? Hello, Philip. Let us know. Hola, hola. ¿Qué tal, everyone? Tell us, I'm curious to know, first of all, where you're watching from, always. We always want to know that. But also tell us, if you can, what your situation is, just like with a one-liner. Are you in full lockdown, semi-lockdown, or no lockdown? I'm curious, say just the country, lockdown, country, semi-lockdown. I'm just really, really curious because every country is dealing with everything differently. So, hey, happy Mother's Day. Thanks, Nelson. Happy Mother's Day to all those moms out there. What a celebration this is. Mother's Day is always a fun time to be honored, right, as moms. So, Guatemala, hola. Entonces, ¿cómo está en Guatemala? Is full lockdown, semi-lockdown, or zero lockdown? Let us know. Vero Beach, full lockdown. That's interesting. Very cool. Yeah, we're in what's called lockdown level 3, and we are on our way to lockdown number 2. Tomorrow we get the big announcement, and the Prime Minister here, we're in New Zealand, just in case you didn't know, and it is fall, so it's cold. So we're wearing cozy, this is called a jumper. Like when you wear a sweater here, they call it a jumper, like you're jumping up and down, but it's a sweater. So they say different words here, which is really funny. The funniest one is, we won't go there. There's one that's really funny. Do you remember the video that we watched about the different words? Anyway, it's funny because in Canada we say a puck is like a puck, a hockey puck, where you hit the puck into the hockey net. And here a puck is if you have a wedgie. So it's really funny. Anyway, just sort of side note. So yeah, we're going to lockdown number 2, which means we can have stores that are starting to open up with social distancing and stuff like that.
Someone said Georgia, USA, semi-lockdown.
Semi-lockdown in Georgia. Wow. Yeah, semi-lockdown in BC. Kia ora. Kiwi in BC. Oh, how cool is that? Alice. So neat. So we haven't been able to go fully into the stores. Like the girls, how long has it been since you've been to a grocery store?
I don't know. Maybe a month and a bit?
Yeah, we've been in pretty much a full lockdown for over 5 weeks. And it was Mother's Day, of course, as you all know. So for us, we are a day ahead. So it's already Monday for us. But I just want to show you what the girls made me because they haven't been able to go to the store. And so they made me a Mother's Day gift. It's a bit wet, and so the color went all over. But they took a can like this, and they made Happy Mother's Day. But what's really cool is inside it's a special product. So they made me a body scrub with oils, and it has coconut oil, and it has almond oil, and then they put, sugar as the scrub, and then they put essential oils in it. So they made all this, and it was a nice little surprise that I got this beautiful Happy Mother's Day gift from the girls, even though they weren't able to go to the stores. So I thought that was really cool. So, hey, we got someone saying from El Salvador. Hello, hello, hello. Beaches and businesses are semi-open. Angelique was working yesterday on a video for Clearwater, the aquarium, and she saw on the live cams. Hey, we got Julia coming in. Come on, Julia. Explain the live cams and explain what you were seeing there.
Hi. Beaches.
Here comes Julia.
They have a beach on their live cam, basically, and it shows like that there's people walking on the beach and stuff, so they're kind of open.
Semi-open, right?
Yeah.
So, hey, cool. Saskatchewan.
I can't say it.
We've got Heather from Saskatchewan. Cool.
It must be really hard to pronounce.
social distancing, things starting to phase back open. Yeah, isn't that amazing? And then certain countries, schools are starting to come back. So I know in some countries they're doing like 2 days a week and starting to go back to normal. We went on a day trip, and we've been experiencing New Zealand in a whole different way. People wrote on Instagram different questions, and one of the questions was like, "What do you like so far about New Zealand?" Well, first of all, we haven't seen much, but from what we've seen is for sure the natural beauty and the outdoors and how everyone is very outdoorsy here. People in New Zealand, well, the lights are flickering.
Why is it there a loud noise?
That's a helicopter.
No, that's not.
Yeah, that's a helicopter. So, first of all, okay, since we've been in lockdown, there's no helicopters. Where we are is in the town of Queenstown, and they have an airport with a lot of private jets. So we haven't seen like airspace and noise, but we're starting to see helicopters go around, and they do all these cool helicopter tours where they bring you to like Milford Sound, or they bring you to like a glacier, or all these really cool things. So we're starting to hear helicopters.
That's
but
not
I think,
helicopter. I think that's construction or something.
well, I think, yeah, we're a little bit on the alert because we've experienced 2 earthquakes so far since we've been here. So we are in the ring of fire. And when the earthquake, the second one that we felt, really shook us, and it was kind of like a truck driving by. Like it felt like, when there's a big construction truck. So
something I love about New Zealand too is that it's English. Sounds funny, but it feels so nice to be back in an English country.
Hey, Cameron.
Hi.
hey, yeah, being able to speak your own mother tongue is really nice, and just to be able to, and we haven't even had that many conversations, right? But from those that we've had, it's been really nice. So thank you all for all the Kiwis that are welcoming us. We're getting all your comments on our videos. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We've had some families reach out to us, and it's just really cool when you can see the world connecting. We had a family from Auckland message us saying that they were planning to go to Switzerland, and they've watched all of our Swiss videos, and then they actually had to cancel their trip, of course, because of everything happening. So I think everyone's going to be able to experience their own country in a different way. Local tourism is going to have to take over, and people are going to have to go out and support the local businesses, and it's a whole new world, right, for I don't know how long. So I'm going to go grab my phone so I can answer some questions, and you girls can take over for 2 seconds.
Okay. So yesterday, we went to a small town, only like 20 minutes away, called...
You want to say it? Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Basically, it was called Town, and it used to be an old...
Mining for gold.
Village.
Gold mining village. Because back then, there was gold in this town, if you can imagine. So they had 1,500 workers come to this town and start mining for gold, right?
And it looks just like the Midwest, like all the little shops and
all the little stores.
Did you guys say where the workers came from?
Yeah, they all came from China, most of them,
actually.
which is pretty interesting. And then you could see their huts, the way they were built. There was a little, what would you say, a little spot where you could read all about it, what happened and stuff.
You can see their homes, actually.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool stuff, isn't it? Their homes looked like, well, really like small, old, and no insulation, small. And it would have been freezing cold, right? So, yes, nuts. So let's see here. I'm seeing a whole bunch of Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you guys again. That's so nice.
Hi from Poland.
Hey, from Poland. So cool. What is it like in Poland right now? Are you guys on full lockdown, semi-lockdown, or no lockdown? Let us know. We're really curious to know. This week we've worked really hard on getting our geography classes filmed and produced. So we've got one video ready. And so for those of you who don't know, we're starting something new. If you haven't seen yet, oops, wrong page. Hold on one sec. Let me see. This is it right here. It's going to be geography made fun, and geography classes made from a kid's perspective. So this is launching this week, and the way it's going to work is basically, hold on, I got to get you guys back on here. Give me 1 second. Where am I? The way it's going to work is you guys are going to be able to... This is what I need to do. No, that's not what I need to do. There. That's what I need to do to get you guys back. Technology. I got all these buttons here to press. So the way it's going to work is for $5 a month, you guys can go over and sign up on Growing Up Without Borders, probably launching either later today or by like Wednesday for sure. And you're going to get 1 to 2 videos per month of the girls explaining and talking about geography. And what are you going to talk about in these classes, girls?
Well, the country, like the landscape,
The culture, the
where it's
food, what
located.
they export, what they wear, what religion they are, what the flag means, everything.
And then we're taking clips from all of the old videos. So the first video we did, okay, first of all, you guys can guess which country was our very first country we did a video on. I'm going to I'll give you a few minutes. Please let us know which one you think it is, because if you know, people have asked us many times, what's your favorite country? And so we picked one that we really enjoyed, and we did a video on that. And on our sign-up page right now, if you go to the geography classes page, basically you can put in your name and your email address. We will notify you when the course is ready to go live, but you can also write down any country you want us to make a video on. So if it's a country we've been to, we will do it. So we already filmed the country of Mexico, we filmed Switzerland, we filmed Sri Lanka,
Maldives.
the Maldives, and so we're putting them together for you guys. And but the country that we have ready, fully ready, is Nicaragua. I didn't let you guys take long to guess, but we made a really nice video on the country of Nicaragua. So we're going to keep doing that for you guys, and you can go over and sign up. The other thing, if you haven't seen this already, we have this thing called a video index on growingupwithoutborders.com. It looks like this, and basically when you go to click on any of the videos that are on the little dots on the map, it would pop up like that. So you can go ahead and click on any of our videos and then see some of the countries that we've been and see in the past. So that's pretty much up to date. And then the last thing I'm going to mention to you is we started something. So we've had this newsletter sign-up box on our website, and I know a lot of you guys have signed up already, and we've never ever put anything out there as a newsletter. So we started something this week, which is a video newsletter, and we're going to start sending them out bi-weekly or weekly, just to give you a quick update as to where we are, what our plans are, and stuff like that. And we're just going into a little bit more personal detail. So if you want to sign up for that, you can go right now on our website, and at the very bottom on the homepage, there's a sign-up box there that you can go and sign up. So there you have it. You have all the different options, and it's going to be really cool. So we're really excited too, because as a business, Tyler and I do a lot of websites. We help companies set up online courses or products. We help them with their e-commerce and their marketing and all that stuff, right? And so now we finally have our online courses that we're really excited to launch, and it's finally like having our own product. So we're super stoked and super excited about it. So there you have it. All right, so let me go through some of the questions. Let me just see
Someone
here.
was guess was either France or Italy.
It wasn't. But we will do those countries. We're going to maybe do, I was saying to the girls, because the girls really want to do Canada, because it's their home country. But I was Julia really wants to do Canada. But I thought, you know what, we should do countries that people don't really know about. Like, everyone knows about Canada, but then again, maybe people who are watching from Poland, for example, don't. So anyway, we're going to do as many as we can.
I think we're going to try to do one as well. Well, this is not for the geography course, but in general, like a difference between America and Canada, or Canada and New Zealand.
Yeah, because that'll be really funny. So, somebody from Auckland, hey,
how's the weather?
You want to know our opinions and views on the Prime Minister, Jacinda. Wow. Jacinda Ardern is an amazing Prime Minister, first of all. I think she's fantastic. She's just super relatable. So as a person, as a whole, like, I don't know the whole political back end of her political party and what they all represent. I haven't really looked into that. But what I do know is how they treated this country fast, how they handled the whole coronavirus situation, and the measures they took. You look at some countries, for example, and I don't want to like start this whole back forth thing, but in the UK, they're still starting to say, oh, well, maybe we should start quarantining people when they come into the country. This is like, we're in May and they're saying maybe we should do this, and then they're going to make the announcement and maybe start it in whenever. Like, this makes no sense at all, because when we first arrived, to New Zealand, literally 3 hours after we arrived, they were doing this. They were like implementing this 14-day quarantine period for anybody coming back into the country, any visitor. They were, first of all, contact tracing everywhere you went. When we first arrived, we had to say which car company we were going with. We had to say where we were staying. We had to give them all the contact details. We had to fill in all these like forms like you wouldn't believe. So they were already like way ahead of the game. So granted, they had an advantage because they had their first case at the same time that Italy had, but they acted super fast. They didn't wait. So I think whether that's like the whole political party or what Jacinda did, but she really handled it really well. The other thing that this country does super well is they always announce what's going to happen like a week before. They explain exactly what the level means, what it means for the people, what it means for the schools, what it means for the businesses. Everything is very well detailed. And then they do another announcement, and then they do it 48 hours later. Everything takes effect. So it's like very organized and very well structured and just very well done. When we went to buy ice cream, because we had to have ice cream in Arrowtown, they asked us for our phone number and our name. And so they're contact tracing. So if something happens, then they need to contact anybody who was there at that store on that day, then they can do that. So there's my two thoughts. I think she's doing a fantastic job. I think the country's doing an amazing job, and it's proven because they've pretty much eradicated, if you will, the virus, and it's going to be somewhat living in a bubble, if you will, being here. So yeah, I think a lot of countries have a lot to learn from that, but I can't talk for a lot of countries because right now we were talking with friends back in Cambodia, and they literally cannot eat. And it's really hard and heavy on our hearts when we see and hear things like that because they need to go to work. So in certain places, if they don't have the social programs in place, how are they supposed to eat? So they have to go to work, and they have to be vulnerable and put everyone at risk. So it's a really hard choice. So in countries here, when they support their people and when they have social programs in place for them, it makes things a lot easier, right? But so there you go. There's my 2 cents. So hello, we've got Jessica from Switzerland. So cool. You visited the South Island with your mom 2 years ago. You know what? It's going to be really beautiful. It's like so many pretty areas to discover. What we've seen so far is Christchurch and about the lake. You can read it. Go ahead. The reflection on the lake is beautiful. It is nice. I have cousins, believe it or not, from my dad's side from Switzerland who moved here to the South Island as well. I have not seen them yet because we've been in quarantine pretty much and lockdown since we've been here. But they're only an hour away, and I'm really excited to go see my cousins who I haven't seen for years. So that's really, really cool. So, hey, good morning or good afternoon, Nathan. I still don't know most of you guys watching where you're from and what level of lockdown. I just think it's really interesting to see what it's like around the world. So please do share. I'm going to read these questions as well really fast. Some are in different languages, so I didn't have time to Google Translate it, so I apologize. Our favorite place and favorite part about New Zealand so far is Queenstown, because that's where we are. And it's gorgeous. We have beautiful mountains to see. It is absolutely beautiful.
And the weather, someone was asking about, is like today's overcast, but it's been really nice.
Mm-hmm. Someone's asking how long we've been traveling like this. So on and off for 6 years now. If those of you who've never heard our story yet, we basically went, we were living in Florida. So we're from Canada, we were living in Florida, and we decided to travel for 5 weeks to Europe, which seemed like at that time like a really big trip, 5 weeks going through Europe. It was going to be amazing. And then what happened is I had a friend, and she was like, why don't you stay longer and we'll do like a house exchange. I'll come to your house and you guys stay at my house. So 5 weeks turned into basically 3 months. And then after 3 months, we're like, this is really cool. It was a good testing ground to see if we can work in a different time zone and how that would work. And it was very challenging, but we made it work. And then we decided to stay, and we enrolled the girls in school. So they learned French. We were staying in the French part of Switzerland. From there, we started doing little trips where we would leave for 2 to 4 months at a time. And then we just started going pretty much full time. So that's kind of how it all happened. So there you have it. Someone's asking if our courses are available. They are. So if you go to growingupwithoutborders.com and you go to the courses page, basically on there's a drop down, and you can choose the geography classes, the other classes about how to set up an online business. So if you're looking to travel the world and you have a family and you want to start something online and create an online business, we have basically put together a whole course of the last 18 years of our business and what we've done to make it successful, and the tips and tricks that we have there. So feel free to check that out. Is there any inspiration or any personality that have inspired us to travel like we are? Yes, 100%. So, gosh, there's a few people. So there's one guy named Francis Tappan, and at the time he was going to Africa, and he was going to travel all throughout Africa and do every country in Africa. And Tyler started following him on Facebook, and now that's like maybe 6 years ago already, and he's finished all his countries. We actually met him and his wife, and they got married. He met her in Africa. They got married, and we met them in the country of Tanzania, so that was really cool. And then there's another guy named Chris Gullible, and he went to all these different countries, I think every country in the world, and Tyler was following him and met with him back in Orlando, and so little things like that. And lastly, the last one who really inspired us was, it was called a book called The 4-Hour Workweek. We read that in 2008, and it really put ourselves off on this journey of we can travel and work and create systems and stuff like that. So we implemented a lot of the things that we learned, and from that book as well, from Tim Ferriss's book called The 4-Hour Workweek. So
someone says, please do visit the Hobbit house. Yes, we would love to go.
You'd love to go. It looks really cool. Can I see the mouse there? I'm just going to scroll down on that. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that.
They're up in the North Islands. That'd be really cool.
Oh, cool. We've got the Still podcast. Very cool. All the way from Ontario watching. Hey, that's really nice that you're joining in. It's really nice to see. We did all these different interviews. So we did one interview and put it up there, and we're doing a whole bunch more. But the Still podcast, is Peter Noche, and they do really cool conversations on their podcast. So really fun to have you there. Really, really cool. What else? Someone's asking when we're going back to Europe. So, as you probably all know, we don't know.
I had an idea the other day that from here we should go to Canada, drive across the country, and then make our way to Europe.
That would be a really cool cross-country Canada
trip. Because we're technically allowed to go to Canada since we're Canadians, and yeah.
Our options aren't very big right now because everything's still pretty much shut down. But when things start opening up, as a goal, it would be to go throughout the islands. Here comes Chloe back in. And maybe see some of the Pacific.
And we haven't really discovered our home nation of, like, Canada. So it'd be nice to, like, take an RV and then really discover what Canada is.
Julia's got her mind set on Canada. All in favor? Hi. No.
How many countries have you visited in the Middle East?
Oh.
I'll let you guys count while I talk. Can you count?
Saudi Arabia.
No, we haven't been to Saudi Arabia. We were talking with Saudi Arabia because they were opening up their country for tourism, but we were wanting to go to Saudi Arabia.
Dubai?
It's not. Yeah.
UAE.
The UAE. Yeah.
We went to
Bahrain.
Oman, Qatar.
Mm-hmm.
Where else did we go?
I think that's it, right? 4 countries. So we still have a lot to discover. We're very excited to go throughout many of those countries.
So. I really want to go to Israel
Yemen.
soon.
Yemen, no. We haven't been yet to Yemen yet. Is somebody asking about Yemen? We're watching a girl who's quarantined and kind of in self-lockdown in Yemen, and it's just crazy. Nuts.
She doesn't even have a shower, I don't think. Or a toilet. What?
So how long are we going to stay here? So yeah, the questions are very similar. We don't know how long we're going to be here, but basically indefinitely. I mean, not indefinitely. Like we're going to go on. So we go to level 2 on Thursday, I believe, which means we can move around. So on Thursday. So we're going to stay here in Queenstown for another good 4 days, 5 days maybe. We're going to hopefully do some of the attractions. They have really cool boat rides that jet you around and things, but we're not sure if they're even going to be open to the public because it is their off season now. So from there, though, we're going to go up towards the north. We're going to stay right in a little area that's a nice town between the not the border crossing, but the ferry crossing. So we're going to go there.
Picton.
Yeah, Picton. It's called Picton. It's beautiful. There's wineries, and the weather's a little bit warmer up there as well. After that, we are going to go up towards Rotorua and Auckland, and then from there, hopefully the world will have changed a little bit further. We'll have progressed, and we'll be able to start moving around a little bit more as well. So very cool. So an RV sounds like a good idea. Another idea we had, which would be really cool, is having a boat to go around the Pacific and some of the islands, because it's, for one, it's super complicated, if you will. Not complicated, but it's very expensive if you go from flight to flight to flight. There's 5 of us, and it'd be a really cool experience.
Yeah, I don't even know if the flights will be open like soon.
Or the countries. Yeah, we don't know, but we thought, wouldn't that be a really neat idea? Now, we've never ever set sail or done any of that. We have no idea from nothing, so we would have to have someone come with us, because like literally we'd be starting from scratch, and I don't know that that's a very good idea. It'd be a crazy adventure. So if in 4 months from now we're on a boat, I wouldn't be 100% surprised. So we shall see. So what else?
Someone said you picked the right country for this pandemic.
Yes, absolutely.
They handled it very well.
Yeah, very much so. I would agree 100%.
I'm living and traveling in my motorhome last 10 years. Great way to see the U.S.
Oh, that is so cool. It's always been somewhat of a dream for us to do that. I don't know if we could do it to, live in a small area all together, but technically that's what we do all the time.
They have this big RV called a Unimog that sleeps 6 people.
Okay. It's
an off-road one for Africa.
Okay.
Oh, that would be
There's
really
this
cool.
family called the Northland South, and they did it with 9 kids. So there's 11 of them. They did it for 1 whole year.
That's so cool. Pepe says, like sailing Zatara. Exactly. So we watched their video on a boat tour, and it looks amazing. I mean, it's so big and so spacious. And then we watched a movie called RV, which is like they totally mess up. And I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. That would be like not a good thing. So I don't know how that would work for us.
That
right?
makes it funny, though.
That's what makes it so funny.
That is what makes it funny. So lastly, you guys.
It's because they have a run-down RV, so it's like nothing works. That's why it's so funny.
Because they break it all the time.
Yeah, it's called RV.
Yeah.
RV.
I just wanted to say I want to thank you guys for giving us so many beautiful, nice comments. We really appreciate it. We want to say thank you to all the Kiwis that keep messaging us and commenting, because it's really cool to see how many people are locally here watching and finding us, and then all the Kiwis that are out of their country that are messaging us and that are probably somewhat missing home. And we just want to thank you, because it's really nice. But I do keep looking at the numbers behind our sites and stuff like that. And a lot of you haven't yet subscribed. So if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you go and click the subscribe button. And then just so you know, we're going to be launching our videos right now this week on some in Florida. And then we have Scotland and Switzerland coming up. So we're working on 4 different videos right now. One will be released probably even later today. Just so you're not confused, we are still here. We are not traveling, but we are launching our travel videos. So there you have it. Anything else you guys want to say before we wrap up?
No.
No? You're good? You're good? You're good?
I'm good to go.
All right. Well, you guys, we just want to keep this short and sweet, but say hello. Make sure you subscribe to our newsletter. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching all of our videos and for the beautiful comments, and we will see you all next time. Happy Mother's Day to you all.
Mother's Day.
Bye.